everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back on my channel. Today's video is going to be my February favorite. This month has been so hectic, like with exams and traveling. I was all over the place. I was able to try a few new things, but I also went back to some older favorites just because it was so much easier to just go back to them because I trust them. One of those has to be my Lily BB cream. This is the Beyond the Solution. There's two different ones. This one is a little bit darker than the other one. I just realized that I use this so much this month. This is a new tube that I bought at the end of last summer, which is usually more my summer color. Well, kind of like not full-on summer color, but look at this. I just realized that I'm like at least halfway through this. I know the last portion lasts you like forever, so I'm not going to say completely done, but I use this so much. What I love about it is that it gives you flawless looking skin, and it looks like skin. Every time I wear this, especially if I go to events where I meet people, they're always like, what is on your face? Like, you look like absolutely flawless, and it's what it is. Because it gives me like a medium coverage, but it's like so natural. The only thing is that there's only one shade, and it is a little bit more on the gray undertone. I would say if you are in W15-20, especially if you have like normal dry skin, combination skin, you need to give this a try. This is like the best BB cream ever. I haven't tried a lot, let's be honest, but this is just my go-to. This is my second or third tube of it, and I will repurchase forever, which is saying a lot. One thing that I tried this month, I quickly want to mention it because you will see a video. I'm doing a half and half video comparing these two Makeup Forever foundation. This one you already all know that I am obsessed with it, absolutely love it. I got the matching color of the lightest one that I have, so I could do half and half my face, and it actually turns out that they're the exact same color. Didn't think they would be, but they are. And I usually don't like stick foundations because they tend to be too drying, or you can see like the patches on my face, or just, you know, it's like cakey. Spoiler alert, but I absolutely love this, which I did not expect it to be like this good, and it's actually kind of moisturizing. So adore this, recommend it. You'll see more in the video of me wearing it for 12 hours. One thing that I just could not be bothered thinking about during the whole month has been blush. So I went back to one of my trusty blush. This is the MAC blush in Blush Baby, which is a sheer undertone. And it's a type of blush, you know, that doesn't look like much when you look at it in the pan. It's like, yeah, you know, it's like a light mauvey nude color, and it looks gorgeous on the cheeks. It is a sheer tone, so you have to build it up, which I actually enjoy because I have pretty fair skin during the winter. But this is just absolutely stunning. Look at this. Isn't it gorgeous? Like, I adore this. I just don't have to think about it. I just apply it quickly in the morning. I'm actually not wearing this today because I'm testing out something else, but this is on my cheek all the time, and I adore it, recommend it highly, especially if you have fair to light medium skin. You need to try this. Let's go with what's on my lips because I'm sure I'm gonna get the question. I am still loving the NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick. This one that I'm wearing is actually colored Push Up, which is just a gorgeous warmer nude. I adore them. They last really well on the lips. I know some people were saying that they were patchy on them. I have not had the issue once, so I don't know what's up with it. Is it just me, my lips? Who knows? I do have pretty pigmented lips, so maybe that's why I don't notice it, but I adore this. Recommend this to everyone that asks me if they're worth it. I think there's a gorgeous range of colors, something for absolutely everyone, so if you can find this, grab a couple. I'll link down below the video I did swatching all the colors, so maybe it will be helpful to see which one are a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler, so recommend this. I love it. Going back to Makeup Forever, I wanted to mention their concealer. This one, the full cover concealer, I've used for like 4 years almost now, and I've been loving it ever since I ever tried it. This is like a really full coverage concealer, but it doesn't emphasize dryness. So if you have like a pimple and you applied something to kill it and your skin is dry, you apply concealer, sometimes it just makes it worse because it just ends up looking cakey and gross, but this is just awesome. You will still see obviously the bump if you have one, but the color, the redness, will be completely covered. It actually looks natural. It doesn't look cakey whatsoever. Adore this. I have two different colors, like my summer shade. Do I have it here? Yeah, actually. So I have two different shades and totally recommend this if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, but this will last you forever. Like, I know I probably should throw it away, but it still smells fine and works fine, but this is like the first tube I've ever purchased. Like, do you see how much product there's still in there? This is the most recent one, but there's barely a difference. Like, I could share this with like 10 million people and there would still be a lot of product in there, so totally worth the money. But what I've been testing this month has been the under eye concealer. If you want me to do a video on it, let me know and I will. I also wanted to test out, I have the our colors, which are the corrector, but I wanted to try it under a concealer, so I'll be testing that out and I would do a video on it, so let me know if you're interested. But I've been testing this color, which is R20, and holy moly, this is like full coverage. Like, I do have pretty bad under eye circles, and I feel like if I apply this and the concealer over top, it's gonna be like no more darkness over there. The only thing I need to mention is that this range of color is extremely light. Like, I'm usually always like the lightest shade in a range, and I don't know if this is the lightest one. I think it might be, maybe not, but this is like extremely white. Do you see this? Like, this is the lightest shade of the foundation I'll use. But it actually turns out that it works, but just be aware, if you were interested in a shade, maybe like get the one darker than you would think you would be, because they're extremely light. So yeah. But so far, I really love it. Let me know. I'm probably going to do a video on it so you can see it with the corrector and the concealer covering my dark circles, so we can see the nice before and after. But so far, it worked really well. It lasted like 12 hours on me, and it was not drying, and I have dry under eyes. I've also tested out this concealer by L'Oreal. I know it's really not new anymore. It does say new True Match Super Blendable Concealer. I do have the C123, and I have to say it's not super light, so if you have really fair skin and you usually use like C1, for example, this is probably going to be too dark. I would say it's probably closer to C2, maybe even 3, but it is still a really great color. It kind of has a little bit of a peachy undertone, so it kind of is a little bit of a corrector. As you can see, like right now it's like darker than my skin tone, but I did self-tan in the middle of the month, so I kind of was able to test it out, and so far I actually like it. I feel like it's really moisturizing. It's not full coverage, and I wouldn't say it lasts like all day long if you don't put powder over it just to set it in place, but I do think it's a really great concealer if you have more dry under eyes. So far I've been liking it. Quickly wanted to mention the Origins Maskimizer Skin Optimizing Mask Primer. This was sent to me, and I've been putting it to test, as you can see, like the whole month, and I've been testing it under makeup, I've been testing it before a mask, I've been testing it as a toner, and turns out I actually like it for pretty much everything. This is kind of like a toner, like you either think it's like an unnecessary step or you turned out to love it, and I love toners, so not surprisingly I adore this. I feel like my skincare will just absorb so much better over the top. Same thing with the mask. I feel like my skin won't be as dried out if I use like a clay mask over the top, or if I use a moisturizing one. I feel like it just absorbs so much quicker, and like the whole mask. Like sometimes you apply like a creamy mask and there's just a layer that stays on your skin and you have to wash it off. With this, it basically gets absorbed completely, which I've been really impressed with. So my skin, I've been really enjoying this. It's the winter. I have like really a lot of dry patches lately because, again, traveling, lack of sleep, just overall not great time for it, but this has been really helpful. If you were thinking about getting it, I've seen a lot of reviews and everyone has been like saying it's amazing, and I'm converted too. So if you were looking at it, I would say go for it. The only thing as I wanted to say is that the pump is actually very strong. So usually I would put like the product like this distance from me, but I have to like put it really far from me, like legit like half a meter, because it's really strong, but otherwise works great. A few more lipsticks. I've been crazy about the Maybelline lipsticks. There's like 3 different ones. The first one is part of the creamy matte lipsticks, which highly recommend if you were ever asking for a great matte lipstick from drugstore. These ones are great. They are not transfer proof, but they will last all day long, and they are not overly drying. Like I can wear it for like 5, 6, 7 hours before I feel like, oh, it's, you know, I could reapply because my lips are not feeling super moisturized, but really not bad. And the color I've been loving actually looks a lot like the one I'm wearing on my lips right now, is the color Darlingly Nude. I'll compare it to the next one because I didn't swatch it, which is, I feel like I'm having a type because they look very similar. So as you can see, pretty similar. The Maybelline one is a little lighter and a little bit more like almost pink, less brown, but they're very similar. But I've been really liking this type of color lately. No idea why. And I've been really into really quick, easy, comfortable lipsticks that I can just like apply quickly, and it's moisturizing because my lips have been dying. Like if you've seen the last video last lip swatch video I did from the NYX Soft Matte Lip Creams, I swatched 34 lipsticks on my lips, and my lips were hating me with like the winter, the traveling. It was just a complete mess. I wasn't able to film other ones right now, but there's a lot more coming. But I've been going towards like those really creamy moisturizing lipstick. The one that I want to mention, there's 2. I wanted to mention the Color Whispers, which I know not everyone loves them because you have to reapply them quite often, but I kind of like the color. I don't mind reapplying them. So there's the color Lust for Blush, which is just my usual type of color, mauve pink colors. So an intense swatch, you can see the colors, you can see it's just a gorgeous baby pink color. I've been adoring this color, and so is the next one, which is Made It Mauve. So this is what it looks like, a little bit more reddish. I'm kind of like trying to wear those type of colors as much as I can because I don't wear them as much during the summer, so I'm just getting them out of my system. I did the same thing actually for my eye makeup, which, let's talk about this. I've been putting to the test the Gwen Stefani palette by Urban Decay, and it's difficult to not love this palette. Seriously, there's so many great shades for like every day. I was afraid that would be like too many like bright shades and not enough neutrals, but there's so many great neutrals, and I have to say that I'll really appreciate that there's a few shades that are more cool tone, which it's so difficult if you have a cool undertone to find like the perfect crease color, because even neutral brown will end up looking warm. So this shade Anem is like amazing. I'm actually wearing this right now. I'm wearing this one in my crease. I'm wearing a mix of baby and steady on my lid, and then I'm applying a little bit of punk because, again, burgundy, trying to get that out of my system, but I just adore it. I'm actually wearing some lashes that I really want to mention too. I've been wearing the House of Lashes Iconic lashes, which everyone loves, and I'm one of them too. They are pretty dramatic. My eyes are on the smaller side, so I can't go too crazy with lashes because these ones look extremely long on me, and it's not the case on everyone. And I had to cut them, like, let me show you. This is what they look like when you get them. I have to cut pretty much like a third of it, and this is like what I'm wearing on my eyes. I think they look great. They are very dramatic, like I said, but you can reuse them, which I haven't tested that out. I lost the other pair that I had from a different style, and I couldn't wear them for this long, but they are made pretty thick, so I wouldn't be surprised if they lasted you very long. Quickly mentioning what's on my nails, because I've been getting this question all month long, and I've been wearing this Zoya nail polish. Actually, it's one of my favorite formula. I feel like they last really long, and this color is the color Rue, which is just the most gorgeous like nude mauve color. It's just yeah, I feel like everyone needs this. This will look good on any skin tone, so if you were interested, highly recommend them. They are more pricey than a lot of other brands, but I think they are one of the ones that are worth the money. The other color I wanted to mention quickly that I worn a lot was this color by OPI. This is the Hello Kitty line, which is adorable, let's just be honest, but it's the color Let's Be Friends, which I think was adorable. The whole range is gorgeous. I usually don't even like care for new collections, but this one, I'm not even a big Hello Kitty fan, but honestly, the whole range was absolutely stunning. So there's a few shades that I'm keeping for like spring, summer, but this color I just couldn't resist. It's gorgeous. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss any future videos, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.